After all the speculation that he might land in Minnesota and that him and Phoenix could not agree to terms, it is official. Eric Bledsoe has re-signed with the Phoenix Suns for 5 years, $70 million. $70 million though? What is Rich Paul's number? I need him to negotiate for me. Welcome back to the Best Damn Sports Blog. Back again to talk NBA with you guys because there has been a big signing or re-signing, and that is Eric Bledsoe. He has re-signed with the Phoenix Suns for 5 years, $70 million. And I'm surprised that Phoenix even signed him to that much money when their original offer was 4 years, $48 million, and Bledsoe was looking in the region of $83 million. It seems as if the Suns got afraid when Minnesota offered a 4-year, $63 million contract to Eric Bledsoe when he's actually a restricted free agent. So they would have had the chance to match that offer, I believe. And the thing is, I think Eric Bledsoe is a great up-and-coming player who has a lot of potential. But I'm not sure his play so far has warranted a 5-year, $70 million contract, though. So first off, we got to give Rich Paul a salute in LeBron's team because I don't think Eric Bledsoe even thought he was worth $70 million. Honestly, I know that's what he wanted, and he even wanted more. But come on now, $70 million? Eric Bledsoe played all of 43 games last season. And he's coming off a knee surgery in which they had to go in and repair torn ligaments. Now, that's not to say I think Eric Bledsoe is done and he will be ground bound from here on out, because he is definitely still going to be explosive and he's a great defender. And at the point guard position, there are not many great defenders. So he is valuable in that sense. But with Goran Dragic and Isaiah Thomas already signed to the Suns, I don't really understand what direction the Suns are trying to go. Goran Dragic and Eric Bledsoe are both, to me, combo guards. They're not necessarily a point guard, but they are forced into that position because of their height. Goran Dragic would definitely be a shooting guard if he was 6'4", 6'5". Same with Eric Bledsoe. Isaiah Thomas, he is a pure point guard that can score. So now they have 3 scoring guards with only 2 starting positions. Now, I'm not saying it can't work because, yes, one can come off the bench. But which of the 3? Isaiah Thomas, he is a starting point guard. Goran Dragic led the Suns most of the way last season at the point guard. And Eric Bledsoe, he is an up-and-coming guard. So I'm not really sure which of the 3 you would put on the bench and if any of the 3 would accept that role. So from the Suns' point of view, I can understand it because Bledsoe has a lot of potential and he's great defensively at the point guard position. But 5 years, $70 million, I think is a bit excessive for a player who's coming off knee surgery and has only played over 75 games twice out of his 4 years. He had 2 seasons in which he played under 50 games due to injury. And the fact that they have Goran Dragic and Isaiah Thomas, that's a lot of cap space tied up to 1/2 positions. Now, my personal opinion is I think the Suns are going to deal one by the deadline because it makes sense. Those are 3 valuable pieces that they could possibly turn into a scoring small forward or shooting guard. And that's what the Suns lack the most, scoring at the 3 and the 2 position. If I were the Suns, I would keep Goran Dragic and Eric Bledsoe and try to move Isaiah Thomas. And then I would try and get a small forward or a shooting guard to tag with Gerald Green. So it's not that I don't like Eric Bledsoe re-signing with the Suns. It's just at $70 million. I feel like if you're getting $70 million, you should be a top 10 point guard. And I don't think anyone considers Eric Bledsoe a top 10 point guard. I mean, you got John Wall, Kyrie Irving, Tony Parker, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, Rajon Rondo. That's already 7 different point guards I done named. I would even take Mike Conley over Eric Bledsoe. And I didn't even mention CP3 or Steph Curry. But that's not to say, like I said, Eric Bledsoe is a good player. But $14 million a year on average, he is not worth that. Goran Dragic is getting $7.5 million a year on his last 2 years in this Phoenix deal. Personally, I think Goran Dragic is better than Eric Bledsoe. But I think Eric Bledsoe has a lot of potential, and I think he can live up to his contract. But at the moment, his play so far in the league does not warrant 5 years, $70 million contract. So Rich Paul, I don't know how you negotiate or what do you say, but you might just be the best agent in the NBA at the moment. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of Goran Dragic, Isaiah Thomas, or Eric Bledsoe, if one of those three are traded, because they definitely can turn one of those three or package one of those three in the deal that would bring in a quality wing player. And that's exactly what they lack and they would need to become a complete team.